Chapter 1. I rolled over, only to find myself nose to nose with Chase. Every night I told him to go away. Every morning I found him curled up next to me on the floor. He held true to his promise and never tried to kiss me, but he had greater reasons for being so close. He was afraid I would hurt myself. Even though I thought about it, I wouldn't actually do it. But he didn't believe me. Sometimes I wondered if he'd had a vision of me slicing my wrists. I reached out, flicking him on the ball of his nose. His eyes popped open. "Morning, Lianne." He stretched out his arms. His muscles flexed, reminding me how dead I felt inside. Even when I'd been with Bryden, I noticed how attractive Chase was. Now, it didn't seem to matter. "I noticed you left out good today." I sat up and shook out my right arm. I must have slept on it all night. Tingles popped under my skin as feeling slowly returned. I brushed my hair back from my shoulders. Silver locks tumbled over my back. What was once a flood of hair the same color as a fall sunset was now a representation of how I died with Bryden. Except I was still alive. "Is it going to be good?" He cocked an eyebrow up at me. "Doubtful." Chase reached out. For a moment, I thought he was going to put his palm on my face. Instead, his hand hovered in the air. He pulled it back and ran it through his messy hair. "Your feelings do matter, you know." "I'm not sure if I have feelings anymore." I waved my hand in the air. "I don't believe that." I paused, but only for a moment, then went back to pulling my blankets off the floor and tossing them on the bed. I didn't want anyone asking why I slept on the floor, so each morning I rumpled up the bed in my chambers. Chase did the same, roughing up the other side of the huge bed. We'd made a silent agreement on this. If everyone in his homeland thought we were together, then they'd leave me alone. No one questioned me when I was with Chase. Even though it took away his eligibility to move on and meet another girl, I knew I needed the protection. Everyone was afraid of me, and sometimes fear led to repercussions. Not long ago, I'd been just another girl, a 16-year-old with flaming red hair and bright eyes. After Bryden's death, my magic took over. As I rained fire upon the Malborn camp, the color bled from my hair and my eyes. Now I was something out of a nightmare. Silver hair and eyes so dark they almost appeared pitch black. The black gown I preferred to wear every day didn't soften the image. That was fine. I didn't want anyone near me. Chase's hand rested on my shoulder. "What?" I asked him. "I wasn't going to tell you this until later, but I thought it might cheer you up. I'm not sure there's anything that can help." I wanted to come out of this self-induced coma. I wanted to laugh, to run, to love, but I didn't know how anymore. Chase sighed behind me. My shoulders drooped. I had to keep reminding myself that my pain didn't have to transfer to him. It wasn't fair, but it would be far easier if he would only leave me alone. "I spoke with the stable master yesterday. He agreed to let us take out 2 of the horses today." Despite my best effort to keep it in, a snort escaped my mouth. I'd never been on a horse before, and Chase knew it. At my home in Phthia, only warriors and nobility had horses. Besides, those huge stomping beasts scared me. Falling off of one could be fatal. Bryden was injured as a child in a carriage accident. "Why take a horse when you can open up a portal to wherever it is you want to take me? A flick of the fingers is much easier than riding a horse."